Well, hello and welcome with us to another moment on your weekend. Well, I hope your week wasn't too strenuous. However the case, whatever it was, well, this is the opportunity that we get to ensure that your weekend is going to be completely fabulous. And talking about fabulosity, we've quite, lined all the amazing things that possibly can to ensure that your weekend is started on the right mood. We talk theater, we go all the way to Chinese, we talk about the festival, things happening, all just for you. Now, where is that place you need to be? It's right here with us. At this point, I say to you, welcome on board. I am very much Sephiny Smart. And talking about exploring and all the things we've lined up, it's time for us to start right away with the latest things that went down in entertainment. AI is starting by, and it's your week in entertainment, all for you.
Thank you very much, Sephiny, and welcome to the Week in Entertainment. A few weeks ago, we reported about the online sack of Mehdi from Square Records. Today, the news, according to 360nubs.com, is that Mehdi has set up his own record label, Confirm Entertainment. The buzz during the week was that the Ilejo singer could be on his way to Chocolate City after MI tweeted, "It almost sounds like Mehdi is saying, as a chalk boy, I go day." But even that seems not to be the case. Instead, Confirm label. Mehdi, in an online message, thanked all his fans for being there for him during the saga, saying, "I want to thank all my fans, well-wishers and teaming supporters for standing by me at this period. Your words of encouragement have continued to inspire me. I urge you to pray for me, and I love you all." Area father Charlie Boy may not be part of the next season of the music talent show Nigerian Idol. Charlie Boy is asking for 30 million to continue as a judge on the show, but several meetings between him and the producers of Nigerian Idol have all ended in deadlock as Charlie Boy continues to insist on more money. Report says Optima Media Group, the producers of Nigerian Idol, may soon be looking for a replacement for Charlie Boy if they don't resolve their issues soon. The highly anticipated Nigerian musical thriller Hood Rush will premiere on October 12, 2012 at the Silverbird Galleria, Lagos. The musical thriller, which is generating lots of positive buzz from the members of the public, especially the youths on social media platforms, features talented Nollywood actresses Bimbo Akintola, O.C. Ukeje, Gabriel Afolayan, Bolanle Ninalowo, Joma Agu, Lily Bioma, and a host of others. Hood Rush details the travails of two brothers, Shares and Traver, closely bonded by their love for music, but deeply separated by their means for success. The movie, which features original music directed by Dimeji Ajibola's future film, is debut. Music star Davido has acquired a property in Lekki Phase 1. Following the footsteps of his father, who reportedly built a mega church structure, Davido has decided to show that life is not about the bling, fast cars or parties, as he has reportedly acquired a duplex worth about 140 million naira. Davido's new house is close to where his father also has a house in Lekki. The 20-year-old Davido joins the league of artists like Iyanya, Don Jazzy, and others who own apartments in the highbrow area of Lagos. The anticipation for D'banj's fourth studio album keeps getting higher as he just recently wrapped up shooting a video for his new single, Bachelor. The video was shot in Atlanta, USA, and directed by Sheson Ogunro, who is credited for shooting D'banj's Oliver Twist video and other visuals. Bachelor is a new single of the Coco Master, which tells the story of D'banj's girlfriend storming out of the house for no particular reason, but instead of him feeling downcast, he calls a truckload of girls to come party with him. D'banj's crew revealed that the Coco Master has a lot of surprises for his fans in this new album, which is set to release under Good Music. Nigeria's Super Eagle and Chelsea footballer Victor Moses announced on Twitter that he is now a dad. Victor was born in Nigeria and has represented England at under 16, under 17, under 19 and under 21 levels, but opted to play for the Nigerian national football team as opposed to being fully capped at the English level. In his tweet within the week, he wrote, "Really proud to announce I am now a dad. Brentley Moses was born on Thursday morning, weighing 3.960 kg, all healthy, thank God, and thanks for your support." Justin Bieber has lost one of his biggest fans. 6-year-old Avalana Rout, also known by the family and friends as Mrs. Bieber due to her love for Justin, died on Wednesday, 25th of September 2012 after a courageous battle against brain cancer. Bieber made Avalana's dream come true this past Valentine's Day when he flew the girl and her family to New York to spend the day with her, playing board games, eating cupcakes, and even playing with Justin's hair. He later described her as awesome, but with the news of her death on Wednesday, he tweeted, "Just got the worst news ever. One of the greatest spirits I've ever known is gone. Please pray for her family. Rest in peace, Avalana. I love you." Avalana was 6 years old. That's the week in entertainment. The rest of the program continues.
NTA is unleashing entertainment like never before as we present Screen Masters, the entertainment program featuring themed mini documentaries, reviews, and exclusives on the entertainment industry in Nigeria. Join us as we document unique breakthroughs in the Nigerian entertainment industry for future reference. We will bring you all you love to see on your screens. Stand by for a teaser of Screen Masters on NTA Channel 108 on Star Times, starting with the first broadcast from 10 a.m., then another at 3 p.m., and the final broadcast from 7:30 p.m., all on October 1st. As you enjoy the 52nd Independence Anniversary of Nigeria, watch Screen Masters.
The way you welcome an executive back.
Your boyfriend here impregnated me 5 years ago.
I know for a fact that I pay you more than to just give me news.
I'm pregnant. Murdered.
Mirage of Life Season 2, starting this October on NTA Entertainment.
Yeah, thank you very much. I must say that pretty interesting things went down in the entertainment world. Well, for the poor lady, Avalana, the young lady, like Bieber's requested, we will definitely pray for her soul. And, you know, on behalf of the crew, we say, may her soul rest in peace. Now, do you think what Charlie Boy is requesting is quite a lot, 30 million or so much more? Do you honestly think that's quite a lot to be a judge on a reality show? Whatever you think, always pass your message. You know, send us some message on our Facebook page. Whatever your opinion is, don't hesitate to put down whatever your opinion is. We would definitely like to hear from you. It is still very much your weekend, and at this point, we will take a break. When we come back, it's be time to explore a special feature on China's double celebration. Watch out for it right here.
Abuja, the unfolding view of Africa's fastest growing capital. Welcome to Nigeria.
This is Chief Royal Palm Palace. Chief Honorable Zebrudaya Ukori Gwegwobala Swatati, MON without AY. Watch NTA Entertainment on Star Times. Watch NTA Entertainment on Star Times.
What are you interested in? Ice or arts? Animations or romance? Weddings and celebrities? We have it all. Big time fashion or the usual? The latest and the best of innovations and thrills? Who says nomads can't have fun? Join us for the latest in entertainment at these times.
True to my word, it's now time for us to bring you that special feature that I talked about, China's double celebration. When we come back, it's a time to, talk to a very interesting guest right here in the studio.
It is a double celebration in China, and it is a once-in-a-decade convergence of Chinese National Day, which is 1st of October every year, and Mid-Autumn Lunar Festival. The Moon Festival, otherwise known as the Mid-Autumn Festival, was originally a harvest festival. It is now one of the most important holidays in the Chinese calendar. The Mid-Autumn Festival is celebrated in China and across Asia. It is characterized by the presentation of beautiful packaged moon cakes, flower displays, a time of family reunion, and paper lanterns, especially the Golden Moon Lantern, which symbolizes a legend about Sun Ho, who is the moon goddess. She was banished there, and once a year she is visited by her husband Hu Yi. It is a story about love and being reunited. The actual night of the festival coincides with the autumnal equinox, when the moon is at its fullest and bright. And as to be expected, after sharing a meal, family and friends often gather to admire the full and bright moon. The diplomatic community in Nigeria gathered with family and friends at the Chinese Embassy, Abuja, to celebrate the National Day.
All the best wishes for this special festival, to the prosperity of our two countries, to the everlasting friendship of our two peoples, and to the good health of all the guests.
I'm a friend of China, and that's why I insisted I must be here in person today.
Members of the staff of the Chinese Embassy, both Chinese and Nigerians, sang the national anthem of both countries.
Oh my God, pretty interesting festival going on here. And talking about that report, I have a special guest right here in the studio, and it's no other but Hugh Mung. You're welcome on this, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Did I get that right? Humong?
Humong.
Humong. Okay. Talking about the festival we just saw, it seems really elaborate, and apparently it's been going on for a long time now. What does it feel like, you know, considering the fact that you're going to miss it? How does that feel? You've been completely away from home.
Yeah. As you know, the Mid-Autumn Festival is the second important festival in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just next to the Spring Festival.
Okay.
And in this festival, the moon in the night at that day is in the Lunar New Year. It's August the 15th. In the eve of that day, the moon is the most full and biggest moon within the whole year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So normally Chinese will eat moon cake. It's also round, and then the pronunciation is the same in Chinese with the reunion.
Reunion.
Yeah. So just to memorize that or to celebrate the family reunion. So it's very important to Chinese.
But for you, I mean, how does it feel to be away from that?
Yeah, it's really a pity. And because if we are in China, everybody, because that day will be a national holiday, so everybody will try their best to go back to home, to come back to their parents, to meet their brothers and sisters and children.
Okay.
But for us, working abroad, it's a pretty pity that we could not go back. But at the same time, we're still lucky that every Chinese will belong to either company or belong to an institution or belong to the embassy for myself. So every unit will form a kind of a temporary family.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the elder colleagues, we'll look at them at the Oga, and then we'll have younger colleagues, we'll look at them younger brothers, and we'll have the boss of the unit, we'll take them as the master. So every unit will celebrate themselves.
So the Chinese community in Nigeria will not completely be left out of the celebration.
No.
They would have their own little, group. That's nice. That's really nice. This festival used to be known as the Harvest Festival. You know, what changed about it? Why was it changed? What really changed about it?
Yeah, because before, for the thousands of years, China used to be an agricultural society.
Okay.
So, most of people working in the fields. So people respect or concentrate on the harvest very much. But nowadays, this tradition has been changed. But it's also remained in the people's mind. So we took them as the family reunion opportunities. That's a slight change.
Okay, slight change. Another thing I'm curious about is, you know, considering this event is taking place tomorrow, the 30th, is there going to be like a mini festival tonight? Aside the fact that people arrive from all over the place, you know, wanting to celebrate it, would there be, you know, a little Moon Festival Eve sort of short event? Would there be anything like that going on tonight before the main event tomorrow?
You mean in Nigeria or in China?
No, in China.
In China?
Yes.
In China, normally we don't have a national-wide celebration like the Spring Festival, but we'll have concentrate mainly on the individual families.
Okay.
So every family will have their own function, own family fiesta or parties.
That's for tomorrow?
For tomorrow evening.
But tonight, is anything going to happen this evening?
Tonight, maybe most people are hurrying, going back to home, on the way back to home.
Okay, so it's all in celebration of that.
Yes.
What are the significant things, aside the fact that family reunions, it's an opportunity for families to come together, family, friends, and all that come together. What is the most significant part of it?
The most significant?
Yeah, just few things. Aside, we get to see the biggest moon of that year. What else is significant with this moon festival?
Normally in China, people will, because in this time, the weather is the best one in the year.
Okay.
It's not cool, it's not hot, and in the evening there's some breeze.
And warm.
If we are lucky, there's no cloud, we can see the full bright moon there in the sky. So normally the whole family will sit together in the courtyard to watch the moon and then to eat those delicious things. Good foods and
talking about delicious things, the moon cake. I'm waiting for you to get there.
I bring you some moon cake.
Oh my God.
A small gift.
Oh my God.
I can show you the...
This is nice.
This is a 12 moon cake. And then, you see, this is a round one.
Okay.
Yeah, means it's
Can
like moon.
Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. Yeah. So everybody's going to have a piece of this?
Yeah, everybody. At least a single bite. That means you are in the spring, you are in the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Okay. Well, Yumang, I want to say thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing this festival. Finally, Nigeria is going to be 53 on, you know, a day after that celebration. How do you, I mean, what is the big, I mean, it seems to be a double celebration, more like it. What would you say? What is your personal view in respect to that? China is celebrating its Moon Festival. Nigeria is going to celebrate another big year. What would you say concerning that?
In fact, I will add one information to you that beside the Moon Festival, October 1st is also the Chinese National Day.
Oh, so it's double celebration.
Same day of National Day. And to my personal feeling in Nigeria, I think the Chinese and Nigerian are in a lot of views or aspects, we are the same people. We share a lot of similar culture and the tradition. For example, both of us respect elders and attach importance on family values. So I think while Chinese are celebrating the Moon Festival, we also wish that Nigeria also enjoy your family reunion with your family members in your house. And also we warmly congratulate the Nigeria's 53rd anniversary.
And we congratulate you in return. Thank you very much, Imam, for coming on the show. It's still very much your weekend. At this point, we'll take a break. When we come back, it's another interesting guest on the show.
From cultural to contemporary, north to south, east to west, NTA Entertainment brings you the best in entertainment. NTA, your one-stop entertainment channel.
The program is the Gist Zone. But so if I say you want to bend me, I'll say hang it.
If I see you at first, I'm only attracted to you.
So, members of the family have...
And you feel errors for someone with whom you should feel filios like your sister or brother.
Yes, that's what it has.
The G Zone on NTAE. Join Ijoma on Saturdays, 7 p.m.
Your weekend starts right here on the spot.
Watch your weekend at these times on NTAE.
It's still very much your weekend, and I did say I had another interesting guest right here on the show. Talking about the interesting guest is no other but a product of the theatre, Mr. Kardi Ayebusi. I needed to be sure I was going to get that right.
You got it right.
He's been in the theatre since the mid-80s.
Yeah.
That's like a really long time. How has that been for you?
Well, I must say a big thank you for having me here this morning. Well, looking back now, I would say, well, like the French would say, comme ci, comme ça. It's been up and down, but I think more of the positive than the negative. I Now that you mentioned it, mid-80s, I now look back and say, where did all the years go? But it's been fun, you know, it's been fun. I remember when I was here as a youth corper, I used to present Young Hearts on NTA
Really
then.
nice.
And then the drama productions we were doing then, you know, I don't know if they can find them in the archives. I'm sure I won't recognize myself again. But it's been interesting, you know, the development of the theater in Abuja, in Nigeria. Yes, it's not there yet, you know, but we are on the right path.
Let's talk about that development in considering where you're coming from the mid-80s to present. You know, what exactly are the few things that have been put in place or not put in place, and what are the things that you think should be put in place?
Well, there are quite a number of things that have been put in place, and there are quite a number that are still not there yet. Like every other thing in life, when something grows, something gives. Like the growth of the movie industry, for instance, has led to the death of the live theater. Now, it's possible to have both side by side, but we've not put the proper structures in place. So what we have is that one has completely dominated the other. You know?
Movies.
Yeah, that's one of the things I feel we could have done better, because the two can actually exist side by side, you know. And then I want to look at it that the development again, theater is not really a government thing, but government could put the enabling environment for the private practitioners to thrive. You know, I think looking back now, I don't think we have done enough in putting the structures in place for the private practitioners to really thrive. Even the growth of the movie industry we're talking about, where it came about by, I don't want to say luck, but by some people just taking the bull by the horns and putting everything they had into it. And that's why up till now, some people will still tell you that we don't have a film industry yet. Because for you to call something an industry, there must be structures.
Yes.
Yeah, what we have now is a quasi kind of arrangement, you know. And we just try every day something, we just push on without really establishing procedures, you know. Yeah. So, well, there are quite a number of things we still need. But again, like I said, we are moving.
We've got to get to the point where theater has got to rise up as high as the movie industry or do better.
Yes.
Okay.
When you look outside these shores, you find people who go to the theater. They don't go to a movie house. They go to the theater to watch a live performance.
Stage performance.
Yes. You see shows that run for months, years, you know, and people keep going there every day. You know, we need to get to that point where a family can just get up on a Sunday and say, we're going to the theater. And you are sure that there's something to see, you know. So that's what I mean by the two can actually stay side by side. You know, we just need to put the structures in place.
Okay, talking about that structures, let me put you a little bit on the hot spot, because you work with the Arts and Culture Council, and apparently they are really the body that should take care of this to a large extent, especially in Abuja. What do you think they are doing? Is there anything that's been done, or, you know, how exactly do we proceed? Because somebody's got to, you know, take the mantle and just do something.
Yes, well, I'm not representing the arts and culture here, but again, I can comfortably say that, yes, we're doing what we can within the capabilities. Yes, you know, it has to be a broad-based thing. The whole thing has to come from beyond even the FCT. Yeah, you know, like we're saying something about an endowment for the arts, for instance, that was supposed to be like a fund that artists can access and help develop. Now, we've been on that project since, like you said, mid-80s. And up till now, it has not seen the light of day. Now, so what organizations like the Arts and Culture and the state art councils can do is really very little if there is not a larger policy for them to operate within. But in our own way here, we try to encourage private practitioners. We do a lot of collaboration with them. And then we have a troupe that has, over the years, represented this country at international fora, festivals, you know, just trying to project the arts and culture in our own way. So to some extent, the arts and culture is doing its best, given its limited
Okay.
Yes.
Let me come back to you. Okay. You're very well known for playing the role of Big Ben in one of NTA's huge drama.
Yes.
You know, and you know that did go on for such a long time.
Yeah, it did.
You know, so what is, you know, do people, does that affect you? You know, when you have to play a role for really that lengthy time, does it affect you? Do people still call you Uncle Ben? Personally, for you, has it affected you as an individual? I
must say the Big Ben role was one of the finest things I've done in my career. And why it really gave me a thrill was because it wasn't just entertainment for entertainment's sake. You know, you created fun, but within the fun, you had messages you were passing across. You know, the real pleasure is when I go out and people see you and, Big Ben, right? Say, yes, it's me. Oh, thank you very much. Not because you entertain them, but, you know, they go as far as saying, oh, thank you for saying what we would have loved to say if we had the opportunity, you know. So for me, it was like doing the people's will, you know, acting as a medium, a conduit between the people and the government. You know, so it was really a pleasure. And up to tomorrow, I'm still enjoying the goodwill from Area 11 Center. Big Ben. Yes. Okay, are we expecting that you would leave the theater? Are we expecting you to do a lot of movies, you know, join the movie trend? The movie business. Yes. I've done a couple, but again, I've been a bit skeptical. You know, I'm not taking anything away from our movie makers, but I think we can do, if we just pay more attention to details, even from the scripting. You know, if we paid more attention to the technical areas, we could actually achieve more. Okay. So it's like, yes, I've done some, but what I'm trying to do now is to see if I can get a couple of friends to put something together and do the kind of thing I would love to do. You know, movie is money. It's big money. So that's what's really in the works for you? Oh, yes. That's where I'm gradually moving to. And producing. Yes, I think I've done a lot in front of the stage. I think I should go backstage now and do more. Okay, so we're expecting Big Ben. Okay, in another form. Okay, to, you know, produce, you know, do movies. Yes. Out of these movies, are we still going to, retain our theater background? Oh, yes. I am first and foremost a stage person. Yes. I love the live theater. You know, for me, it's the ultimate. Oh, yes, my sister. You know, so that's also in the works. I'm also still trying to see how we can revive live theater in Abuja. Like I said, I'm discussing with people, like minds, and we're trying to see how we can bring that back. So that will be there. And again, I'll still be doing my things with NTA. Okay. Yes, this is family for me. Okay, before I let you go, you need to talk to somebody out there who is inspired to want to read theater, you know, who's got a certain level of creativity in code. Because a lot of times people do not understand that theater is an ensemble. There's so much aspect. It's not just acting. So I need you to inspire somebody out there. Tell them the real cocoa, really, of the theater. Well, the truth about the theater is, like I always tell people, it prepares you to be anything you choose to be. You know, I tell you, you are a communicator, you are a psychologist, you are a sociologist, you are a human resource person, you can just be anything you choose to be. So I would want to, like you said, encourage anybody there who has the innate ability, because that's the first thing you need. You need to have that innate thing and the passion to go for it. And I think these days, even parents now see that it's big business. There's money in it. So it's not like our days when you told your parents you wanted to do theater and they call a family meeting. This guy wants to go and do Baba Salah or something, you know. These days, even parents see now that there are prospects. So they encourage their children. And like you said, it's an all-encompassing thing. There are several areas of the theater that you can go into. Even if you don't want your children, your ward to act, there are several other areas that they can go into. So they should give them all the encouragement. Okay. Well, thank you very much. You've heard it from the big man himself. Thank you very much, Kaidi, for being on the show. Thanks so much for having me. Okay, it is still very much your weekend. At this point, we'll take a break. When we come back, the show continues.
NTA, your one-stop entertainment channel.
With our team of dedicated staff who design, present, articulate, educate, and most importantly, we entertain. NTA Entertainment, your one-stop entertainment channel.
From cultural to contemporary, north to south, east to west, NTA Entertainment brings you the best in entertainment. NTA, your one-stop entertainment channel.
Your weekend starts right here on this program.
Watch your weekend at these times on NTA.
Welcome back. It is very much the platform of your weekend, and we're exploring more and more exciting things for you right on the show. Talk about one of those interesting and exciting things. It's time for us to bring you a special feature on Abuja's Trade Fair. Bossa De Abil takes us more.
Baba God, now your hand working.
With the sunny skies, people moving up and down the venue, and music blaring from every corner, the 7th Abuja International Trade Fair got underway on Thursday, the 27th of September, at the Trade Fair ground along the Abuja Airport Road.
No be lie, no be everybody. Why sleep for night to wake up, see the light.
When NTA Entertainment visited, stalls were still being fixed, with some already set up for business. Mrs. Okonkwo and Mrs. Abaj, exhibitors who says they have always attended the Abuja Trade Fair, are excited to be here again.
I'm into herbal and beauty products. In fact, I'm a beautician using herbal remedies.
We are here to showcase some of our things so that people will know that here in Abuja, you can get all these things. You don't need to go outside the country before you get them. You can get them here in Nigeria.
With Nigeria's 52nd independence anniversary coming up on Monday, the 1st of October, it was only apt that we hear from the crowd what their wishes are for the country.
I wish Nigeria peace, unity, stability, progress.
I believe that will go great. Nigeria will become a great country.
Ghanaians are expecting peace in Nigeria. We all wish you a happy independence.
Kudos to Nigeria. Kudos to Nigeria.
For your weekend, I am Bossa De Abil.
Is it taking place? Hello. It is still very much your weekend. The show is still on. Quite a lot of activities going on within the studio just to ensure that we bring you the very best show. At this point, it's time for us to go into our sports world. Now, what's the latest? What's happening? I know the Flamingos are going to be playing today. So much more, all the way from Nelson. You'll be hearing from Nelson. Nelson Bassi, take us into the sports world.
Well, you are welcome to your weekend, the sports version. What will your weekend be without sports? Anyway, I welcome you to this episode. My name is Bassy Nelson, and today promises to be a very, very packed episode. We have boxing. We are talking Pacquiao and Mayweather. We'll be talking about Terry, John Terry. Chelsea fans will be wondering if that guy will be playing today after the ban and the fine. And then the Super Eagles list is out. So what's happening? Are we going to see the goalkeeper, Enyama, in goal? And then Brazil 2014, FIFA has unveiled this new mascot, and we'll be telling you where you need to come in when we talk about that. And Lewis Hamilton, oh my God, we have so much. And to help us talk about all this, we have in the studio our usual guest, Ayodeji Makinde. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
So how are you?
Very fine.
Yes, I will start from where Sephiny Smart started, and that's the match between Nigeria's Flamingos and Colombia. This is going to be their last group match today, and the last match they actually trounced Azerbaijan by 11 goals to nothing. So what do you think will come out today?
Yeah, definitely I expect them to go out for a win. You know, they've been quite spectacular since it started a week ago, and putting 11 goals behind the host is something that would definitely get them up against the Colombians, but they'll have to be mindful and not be complacent, because the Colombians, a win will also see them through.
Exactly.
So,
well, talking about complacency already, they are saying that they will score more than 11 goals today, and forgetting that Colombia is not the same kettle of fish with Azerbaijan. Yeah. Azerbaijan, they are just new starters in football, talking about women football.
Yeah, even if you look at the match Colombia played against Canada, it took Canada more than 15 minutes to finally get a lone goal. So I expect the Colombians to come out all firing at the Nigerians, definitely. So it will be an interesting match to watch, definitely.
Okay, so well, from here we are wishing the Flamingos all the best of luck. We expect that they will qualify for the quarterfinals and then go ahead to bring that trophy to Nigeria. Already we know that they are already motivated, so much motivated. So we hope that they will bring the trophy back here. Now let's talk boxing. You see, I really would have loved to be a boxer. Seriously, I would have really loved to be a boxer. But when I saw Muhammad Ali at the Olympics the other day, I think I was happy I didn't go into it, because I didn't know how I would have ended. But you see, the glamour of boxing is no longer there. You will agree with me. It's no longer there since the likes of Muhammad Ali and you know, all the big names left boxing. So the only people remaining today are the Manny Pacquiaos and the Floyd Mayweathers. And there's this fight that the world has been craving to see. That's the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight, the best pound for pound boxers. Will this fight ever come?
Well, I see it coming. It may someday, somehow very soon, because it's something everybody, you know, people have been waiting to see. They're arguably the two best boxers in their category. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather, you can't take away from him, you know, with the knockouts and everything. And when you talk about the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today, you can't take it away from Manny Pacquiao. And, you know, over the years, it's been issue of debate. You know, will it ever come up? Are we ever going to see this fight? You know, the promoters coming to tell us, okay, maybe we'll have it next year, maybe the year coming, and but hopefully someday, somehow, I still see it coming before they go into their retirement.
Well, it's a good thing that you still have hope. You know that fight is going to come eventually. Manny Pacquiao, we know he went to court, you know, against this guy because he was accused of using dope, and he went to court. And the good thing is that they have decided to settle out of court. And now that they have decided to settle out of court, let's just hope that this fight will see the light of day. Please, if you want us again to be interested in boxing, because they have made boxing is now so boring. You have two brothers who have been the heavyweights, leading the heavyweight for forever. Nobody is even getting closer to defeating them.
Yeah, well, I think it's all about when it's your time. There's nothing anyone can do about it. You remember when it was Iron Mike Tyson's time then, you know?
Exactly.
It was just raining and beating, knocking everybody out that comes his way. But everything is about time.
Okay, everything's about time. So let's go to the people who really follow time, and that's talking about Formula One. It's time that really matters there.
Definitely.
Do you follow Formula One?
Yes, I do.
You drive?
Yeah, very well.
Bicycle?
No.
Okay, you drive cars. Okay, but don't drive the way Lewis Hamilton
No, not like that. No, not that crazy.
No, not crazy. Not that crazy. But you see, what's happening in the Formula One now is very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. Lewis Hamilton has signed for Mercedes, and I don't know. They keep going. Schumacher came back 3 years ago, and we were thinking that he was going to, but again, it was not really good enough, and now we don't even know where he's going. I don't know what's your take on that.
You know, Schumacher, arguably the best Formula 1 driver of all times, you know.
Exactly.
He's been quite outstanding.
That was before his retirement.
Before his retirement, you know. And for him to want to come back into the game this time when you have the likes of Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton, you know, holding their own in their respective automobiles, you know, I don't really see him coming in. It's too hot for him to come in this time around, to come and lay a stake on any of the positions, knowing fully well that the Grand Prix of the year, they are fast winding down, and for him to come in at this crucial time, I don't see him possibly maybe the next season.
Actually, I suspect that the guy is going to quit because he will not want to go down to, you know, the lower.
Yeah, because
lower
even
ranks.
many of them are not willing to sign him because you must put your commercial interest. It must be at stake, definitely. You will not have Lewis Hamilton.
Schumacher any day, anytime.
Any day, anytime, but there's some people after his retirement that have, you know, taken the game to the next level. And these are the people that, you know, many of the viewers out there want to see.
Okay, when you have the likes of Lewis Hamilton with Rosberg and
Justin Button, all of them out there.
It's going to be really difficult. Now let's come to Nigeria again, and this time around I want to talk about this big match that is coming up. I think on the 13th of October. That's going to be between Nigeria Super Eagles and the Lone Star of Liberia. The Super Eagles coach just reeled out a bulky 35-man list, and we have 15 of them there being professionals, which is, a drawback from what he used to do before now. He would just bring 11, 7, but now he brought 15, and that shows the importance that he has attached to this match. But you see, one talking point there is Enyama. Do you think Enyama will be in goal? Because now he has said that he has to win his shirt.
Honestly, if I were to be Stephen Keshi, definitely I will not put him in goal. You have to let him see the reason why he cannot afford to be making costly mistakes.
Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi says the selection of foreign players included in the crucial Nations Cup return leg against Liberia in Calabar was done on merit. Keshi has retained the much-maligned Vincent Enyama, whose blunder cost the Super Eagles maximum points in Monrovia, and added the vastly experienced Austin Ejide into the mix. In the defense, Captain Joseph Yobo continues to get the nod and is joined by FC Braga's left fullback Uwai Chejile. In this department, Daniel Adejo, who plays for Italian Serie A B side Regina, is worthy of mention. Adejo played 90 minutes in Regina's 3-2 away loss to Obiora Nwankwo's Padova. The ex-Flying Eagle even scored in the game. Obiora Nwankwo got Keshi's nod, played only 10 minutes in the game, coming in for Federico Viviano in the 80th minute. In the midfield, Inter Milan's Joel Obi and Chelsea's John-Mikel Obi are back in the fold, joined by Real Betis' Nosai Gebo, Obiora Nwankwo, and SS Lazio's winger Ogenye Onazi will be making his debut in the green and white. There was, however, no space for Denmark-based Izuna Uzochukwu, who continues to earn rave reviews in the colours of FC Midtjylland. CSK Moscow's Ahmed Musa and Chelsea's Victor Moses are expected to explode from the flanks. Okay, thank you, Fisayo Ogunfuyi, for that beautiful report on the team list by Stephen Keshi. Well, I think all we can just say here is to wish the Super Eagles the best of luck. They were not at the last Nations Cup, and we do hope that they will plug all the loopholes and make sure that we are there 2013 Nations Cup in South Africa. So I was talking about Mikel Obi. Mikel Obi has always been a talking point when it comes to the Super Eagles. Thank goodness Keshi has brought him back. What difference do you think he will make into the team?
Absolutely nothing for me. Absolutely nothing, because Mikel his call to the Super Eagles has been always controversial. Okay. It's always people clamoring for him, not the coaches inviting him based on merit. Okay. Fantastic player, he's played all the matches for Chelsea this season. Okay, if you feel that his play there will not bring anything to it, but definitely you want to agree with me that John Terry, if he doesn't play today against Arsenal, that is going to bring some kind of chuckle. Although, as Arsene Wenger has said that he would have loved everybody to play. He's talking with so much confidence, he believes that they will trash Chelsea. Well, that's left to the 90 minutes to decide it. But for John Terry, I think he has what it takes to go into this match. He's a player that knows how to couple stress, knowing fully what happened.
No, but will he be playing today? Yeah, because there are conflicting reports. Yeah, some people say he may not be playing, and some say that he will be playing. Yeah,
Chelsea manager has come out to say he's likely to play. That he's a player that has been in situations like this before.
He has appealed. He has 14 days to appeal.
So appeal, we're still waiting to see what comes out of it. But I think in a good way, he should not appeal, because
why should he not appeal?
If you should lose again, you're looking at more money for FA than you're looking at the extension of the 4-match ban.
Well, no, there's no way they can extend it. They can only reduce it. I think for those who don't know, John Terry has been he has been going in for this racism talk. Last week we delved on it here, and he's been fined £220,000 and banned for 4 matches. So if he appeals, I'm sure they can cut it to 2. Although a lot of people are even comparing it with what happened to Suarez and saying that they just gave him a pat on the back. Okay. Now for the match between Arsenal and Chelsea. Who do you think will carry the day today?
Honestly, I'll settle for a draw.
Yeah, you settle for a draw?
I'll settle for a draw, yeah.
Okay, I think for the sake of where I am, I think I want Arsenal to win. Yeah, for good reason. I want to be safe. Yes. I'm praying for an Arsenal win. So I see Arsenal, nicking maybe 1 or 2-1 victory today.
Well, I want to differ a bit because you look at the way Arsenal has been playing. They still, ever since they sold Robbie Van Persie to Manchester United, they lack this finishing prowess.
Okay. Before we go, I want to talk about the World Cup. Yeah, a lot of things have been happening about the World Cup, and I mentioned it when I started. The World Cup is always been powered by this mascot, and we hear that FIFA has just unveiled the mascot for 2014, and it's such a beautiful mascot. They call it Armadillo.
Yep.
But the thing is that the name is not yet out because they are going to have they are going to allow Brazilians to pick one of 3 names. So, and I don't know if I can get the names here so that I can just mention it out to everybody who is out there so that okay, Armadillo. They have 3 names: Amijubi, Fuleko, and Zuzeko. At the end of the day, which one do you think the Brazilians will pick?
Zuzeko sound more of...
Fuleko, Zuzeko.
I'll prefer that Zuzeko.
Why?
It sounds more Brazilian.
Oh my God, that's exactly what Auntie Bola told me yesterday. I was picking Amijubi.
No, Zuzeko sounds more Brazilian.
Okay, and that's exactly what he told me. So I think I will just change my mind and agree that Zuzeko should be it. But before I hand over to Sephiny Smart, I hear that Dukanshan 3-on-3 basketball charity tournament is taking place today. So after the match, the 2 matches, you can just go and watch the basketball charity game today. So Sephiny Smart, this is Nelson Smart handing over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nelson. Thank you. Okay, people, you cannot talk about fashion events without talking about Paris Fashion Week. Adesua takes us there.
The Paris Fashion Week opened in the City of Lights on Tuesday, with designers from around the world converging in what many call the style capital of the world to showcase their pret-a-porter or ready-to-wear Spring-Summer 2013 collections. The week kicked off with Portuguese designer Fatima Lopes presenting her usual line of bold, sexy designs for her ready-to-wear Spring-Summer 2013 collections. Entitled Luxurious Paradise, Lopes' latest collection was inspired by her hometown of Madeira Island.
It's really the first time that I have as inspiration the place where I was born, which is a special, small and very beautiful island.
The tropical element of her collection was even channeled in the model's makeup and hair. The plunging necklines worn by the models shocked some in the audience. Lopes says her collection is a very typical collection with a lot of her in it. Caravan creative director Hume Henry showcased a slew of retro elements, including prim Peter Pan colors, a sleek 70s shoulder, and swinging bell shapes, reminiscent of the 60s. Caravan has become a staple on the Paris Fashion Week circuit. According to him, his collection was inspired by colors. Not only bright colors, but all kind of dark greens, dark blues, and other colors with darker shades.
This season we've been inspired by colors, volumes from the beginning of the 20th century. So the colors have been inspired by Émile Gallet. And he was doing vases, and they were all kind of blurred, like they were not bright colors. They were all like kind of dark green, dark blue, but still enthusiastic. And the idea as well of a foreign countryside.
Talking about colors, Belgian designer Dries Van Noten is well known in the fashion industry for his inimitable talents to blend clashing colors and patterns.
Digital prints, in fact, it's fantastic. It gives really the opportunity to do all the engineered things. But I wanted really to discover kind of the beauty of screen printing again. Simple things like 3-4 colors in one print, not like 1 million colors like with the digitals. And by making the outfit work, by combining several elements, by being kind of make a statement of doing combinations.
Van Noten, who the New York Times once described as one of fashion's cerebral designers, showed yet another collection full of contrast on day 2 of the Paris Fashion Week. Indeed, each of the 54 looks shown on the runway revolved around eccentric combination. The collection comprised of variation of the traditional check pattern that included faded hues of orange, peach, green, grey and blue. Despite the grey rainy drizzle outside, the mood was bright and festive inside the theatre.
Fabulous city. Talk about fashion. I wasn't wrong when I said you can't talk about fashion events without talking about the Paris Fashion Week. Okay, people will finally come to the very end of our, of the show. I hope you enjoyed all the exciting things that we brought about. I hope you enjoyed all the guests that we spoke to, and I hope you picked 1 or 2 things away from today's event. I say to you, thank you very much for joining us. I am very much Sephiny Smart. Don't forget that the trade fair is presently on. You need to visit and you need to see what they've got. On behalf of the entire crew, too, we wish Nigeria, we wish them great growth and development, and this is from the entire crew right here on Your Weekend. Once again, Nigeria, happy birthday to you. I say, we'll come your way some other time. We say, have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.